territory?
We're just doing some surveying. 2 creeks here. I was told to give you a card if you guys show up.
Coastal Gaswing.
Yeah.
Trans-Canada.
Yeah.
So you guys know you guys don't have permission to be here, right?
I'm not aware of anything.
Traditional
I'm just here as safety. If you would like us to leave, we'll leave.
No, Trans-Canada has already been warned, right? Equipment will be confiscated if you guys return.
The pipelines are trying to go right through where the salmon spawn, and that's where we decided to put the action camp in. Last year we put a cabin right smack in the way of the pipeline so that they would not go through, and we just recently, last year, we fenced it off because we saw ribbons in there for drill pads for them to start do test drills so they can drill a pipe right under the river there. We've been hearing all the media of all these pipes breaking and waterways getting damaged, and we just not going to accept that risk because we don't want to be 25 years, 10 years down the road telling our kids, oh, we used to hunt moose here and we used to fish.
We've never ceded or surrendered our lands to anybody here. There's no treaty. There's no relationship built with any government in the past. None of our people signed anything to let them make decisions on our territories.
Tomorrow morning at 3 we may see some trucks attempting to get through to log the right-of-way. We're going to have to differentiate them. So we're going to go through all the peaceful avenues we can. But a way of a warrior is you go through, expend all peaceful avenues first, and when all those fail, it's war. That is the way of the warrior.
All the food in front of me.
Oh, we have peanut butter. Mm-hmm.
We're worried we put this cabin right en route of the PTP and Enbridge pipeline, the GPS route. That's where this cabin sits now, and they have now since moved it upstream about 5 kilometers?
No, it's a half a kilometer to 2 kilometers away. By way of them actually amending their project and changing the location of their crossing, we decided to start building more infrastructure in their way again. So we did a call out for people to come out and assist us in the construction of a pit house. And the pit house went directly in the path of the Pacific Trails pipeline, deliberately because Pacific Trails was farther along than the rest of the pipelines in their permitting processes.
This is the blockader's dream. Those who've been doing this for a while. Yeah, some people build platforms and sleeping dragons. I build a whole fucking, I build a blockade. It's not just a blockade, it's also a living, it's a real dwelling. This is a part of the decolonization and returning to the land and returning to the old ways that Togasai and Frida talks about all the time.
But you still have to nail something to hold that together, right?
It'll pop in.
We've been living here for 2 years, and we've already been brought up culturally. Tugsa and I are both culturally brought up, and we are living culturally now. We get all our own meats, and we gather our own berries, and We make sure we put away enough food to last us a whole winter, and this year I put away 100 fish, so I jarred all that salmon. We got beaver tail, moose head cheese, deer ribs, all kinds of deer meat, some goat meat, a lot of salmon, some groundhog berries that we did last season, soapberries, huckleberries, a lot of jam. This is the deer we got this year. Some of it's grouse. This all is in case they do block us, because there's been threats they're going to block us from the other end. That's why we're preparing food-wise. We have food cache all over the territory. Our people have had enough, and we're not going to just stand here and take the bullying and take it without a fight. We've had enough of these spoiled brats stealing off our lands and not accepting no for an answer, and we're going to be the stern parent and say, no, you're not coming in.
Could be Trans-Canada, because they're the ones that didn't submit their route through here yet. But I know Enbridge wanted to come in here. Pacific Trails was on this side. And we didn't know where Trans-Canada wanted to go, so this is probably Trans-Canada crew coming back in. They did put up stakes in here before and we ripped them all out a couple of years ago. About 3 years ago we came out and tore them all out. But this whole area between here and the truck, that valley, that's where they want to run all the pipelines through. There's no frickin' way we're gonna let any of those guys in. Weird, you guys don't have a toxic sign on it.
On this side here, we do identify it as petroleum crude oil.
But there's no toxic sign. You go into a hospital and you throw away gloves. You put them in a container that has a toxic sign on it.
That's right, and so we have a container here that we have for the...
But even with it being here, people shouldn't be able to touch it because it's full of toxic heavy metals and it's not healthy. It's actually quite dangerous. I'm surprised you guys have it out in the open.
But there was a regulatory process that we followed, and the federal government has now given us approval to proceed.
So what if we told you that the federal government doesn't have jurisdiction on our territory? 50% of your proposed project is on Wet'suwet'en territory, and all the hereditary chiefs have had said 100% no to this project. We have the final say, not the federal government, not the provincial government.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and we're following like I said, the regulatory process that we have in front of us. And we can talk to you about some of the conditions that include environmental monitoring and a lot of surveys, environmental surveys, and we can talk to you about that.
And what if we told you we know that's bullshit and it doesn't work? You look at the state of our whole planet, what it's in, and all our waters are being destroyed, the air is destroyed, all the trees are being destroyed. You can't continue to bulldoze over my people. Our lands, our final say. No pipelines will be coming on our lands.
Want more? Download the AJ Plus mobile app and join the conversation. Available in your app store now.